Hillary Clinton is speaking out after Russia announced new sanctions against 13 U.S. officials, including her, amid the country's invasion of Ukraine. The former U.S. Secretary of State, 74, jokingly responded to the news on Twitter Tuesday, writing, "I want to thank the Russian Academy for this Lifetime Achievement Award." The Russian Foreign Ministry said on Tuesday that Clinton and other high-profile political figures, including President Joe Biden and Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, were sanctioned, or banned from entering the country, according to The Hill, BBC, and CNN. The announcement comes as Russia faces increasing penalties following the country's invasion of Ukraine. The Russian Foreign Ministry said that the U.S. officials were now on a stop list and added the action was an inevitable consequence of the extreme Russophobic course taken by the current U.S. administration, according to The Hill. Secretary of State Antony Blinken, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff General Mark Milley, Biden National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan, CIA Director William Burns, White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki, Deputy National Security Advisor Dalip Singh, USAID Director Samantha Power, Deputy Secretary of the Treasury Adewale Adeyemo, U.S. Export-Import Bank President Rita Jo Lewis and Hunter Biden are also included on the list, CNN reports. Psaki said in a press briefing on Tuesday that sanctions would have little effect on the politicians. "It won't surprise any of you that none of us are planning tourist trips to Russia, none of us have bank accounts that we won't be able to access, so we will forge ahead," she said, according to CNN. She added that she was confident U.S. officials will have the ability to have continued conversations with Russia. Russia is expected to issue more sanctions to top U.S. officials, military officials, lawmakers, businessmen, experts and media people who are Russophobic or contribute to inciting hatred towards Russia and the introduction of restrictive measures, according to CNN. Russia's attack on Ukraine continues after their forces launched a large-scale invasion on February 24, the first major land conflict in Europe in decades. Details of the fighting change by the day, but hundreds of civilians have already been reported dead or wounded, including children. Millions of Ukrainians have also fled, the United Nations says. The invasion, ordered by Russian President Vladimir Putin, has drawn condemnation around the world and increasingly severe economic sanctions against Russia. With NATO forces massing in the region around Ukraine, various countries have also pledged aid or military support to the resistance. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky called for peace talks, so far unsuccessful, while urging his country to fight back. Putin insists Ukraine has historic ties to Russia and he is acting in the best security interests of his country. Zelensky vowed not to bend. "Nobody is going to break us, we're strong, we're Ukrainians," he told the European Union in a speech in the early days of the fighting, adding, "Life will win over death. And light will win over darkness." The Russian attack on Ukraine is an evolving story, with information changing quickly. Follow People's complete coverage of the war here, including stories from citizens on the ground and ways to help.